Welcome to the VET S.O.S. Veteran Entrepreneur Spotlight. Remember, don't drown the sea of transition. Grab the VET S.O.S. Lifeline. The Veteran Entrepreneur Spotlight is proud to be affiliated with the Neil Haley Show and sponsored by SpearPoint Solutions. SpearPoint Solutions is a one-stop shop for leading-edge products, services, and training from multiple vendors. From AI training to corporate gifts and much more, they have everything you need to help your organization thrive in the modern economy. You can check out all their valuable offerings at spearpointonline.com. And don't forget to use the code VETSOS on anything you purchase there. That'll help us continue our mission in delivering great content to you. Today, we're sitting down with Reginald, Reggie Thompson. Very excited to sit down with him. He was actually my instructor for Boots to Books a couple years back. So it's great to reconnect. He's now the director and program manager of the Georgia Veterans Business Outreach Center, Georgia VBOC, based at the Georgia Veterans Education Career Transition Resource Center, Vector, in Warner Robins, Georgia. He's a retired sergeant major with 32 years of active duty service and proud paratrooper and former member of the 82nd Airborne Division. Originally from Cleveland, Ohio, he brings extensive leadership, operational expertise, and a deep commitment to supporting transitioning service members, National Guard reservist veterans, and their spouses in their entrepreneurial journey to business success. So happy to have you on here, Reggie. How's it going today?
It's doing great. I can't complain, man. And I want to say this to give you your flowers, man. I follow your podcast, listen to them all the time, and you guys are doing some wonderful things, right? I just want to let you know that.
Man, I appreciate it. And, I was really impressed. And I don't think I ever told you this, but, I've been through tons of training classes, like, any service member, right? And, you go through things, and some people, you can tell they have a passion for what they do, and some they don't. And your passion came out in just the information, how you relate it, and how you use your personal experiences as an entrepreneur really, I think, hit home on a lot of the key ideas. And I do want to thank you for that. I mean, it was a fantastic course, and I encourage everybody to take the Boots the Business course. I think it's one of those that you never know.
Yeah. Hey, and I want to say, I saw that you also took the revenue readiness course from Mississippi State as well. So
yep.
Kudos to you.
Oh, yeah. No, that was fantastic, too. Really helped take it to the next level. So let's start with your military transition. How did your transition out of the military go?
So my transition was kind of easy. As you see, I stayed in 32 years. And what I did was I just watched other people get out before me. And I just, hey, what are you doing? How did this go? What are you doing now? What you doing next? And a lot of them told me, hey, stay in, don't come out now. The mistake I made was getting out at 24 and didn't stay in longer, little things like that. And so my transition was easy because I had, I would say, really good mentors. That's the key.
That's fantastic. And something I encourage people when I talk to them today is pay attention and listen. It's amazing. When I started my transition, I had no idea, where to go, what to do. But I had a buddy 6 months ahead of me in the transition. I jumped on his coattails and paid attention to everything he was doing just to get an idea, right? So, all right. So we're going to talk about the VBOC here in a second. But I know you've had quite an extensive entrepreneurial career, if you will. Can you tell us a little bit about, where's that bug come from to become an entrepreneur?
So I just have to be upfront with you. I've been, first of all, hustling. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. So you got to have a hustle. And so for me, growing up, my brother and I, we were paper boys, rakes, leaves, shovel snow, cut grass to make money. And what we used to do with that money is take that money and go buy candy from the store and then go to school. And we get to school, we unplug the vending machines and then start selling our candy. And so that was a hustle. And I didn't know at the time, I was actually an entrepreneur. And so to be a good entrepreneur, you got to know how to hustle. So that gave me a one-up right there.
I love it. I absolutely love it. All right. So let's jump into the VBOC. What is the VBOC?
VBOC, man, the Business Outreach Center. You can see the little thing behind me. I have to tell people the truth. When I get, like you asked about getting out of the military, when I got out of the military, I knew nothing about the VBOC. I didn't even know about all the resources. I had a business and I used to go to people and ask for help and people would tell me, no, because I was competition and nobody wanted to help the competition. Yeah. Little did I know that there was services out there for us veterans and service disabled veteran, minorities, woman-owned businesses, Native American, all of us, there was resources, but nobody told us about it. We didn't tap into it. And so my career is kind of weird, though. I went from working at a 4-year college in Macon, Georgia, And then the Vector Center where I work now was created while I was working there. And I just stumbled upon it by going in there, speaking, ran into the people who were running the Vector Center, created a relationship with them. When they had an opening, I applied for it and I got to work there. And one day they came up with this VBOC thing. Not that they came up with it, but we got the grant to run a VBOC. And being that I had businesses before and knew about entrepreneurship, I switched from the job I had there, was in finance, to teaching Boost the Business. And so I've been doing it since 2018. And kind of like what you said, which I have to agree with that with you, is the passion. I love teaching. I love helping people because no one helped me. And so that's what the VBOC does. We're basically, I can tell you a whole lot of things we do. We mentor, counsel, train, and stuff like that. But the biggest thing that we are the eHarmony of the SBA. And so just like, you went through my class, if you came to me for funding, I didn't help you get funding, or I didn't give you funding. I helped you find someone to get funding. We talked a little bit earlier about you transitioning and trying to do this and nonprofit and stuff like this. And the same thing I told you, go to SCORE. The people at score.org, they'll help you. And that's what my job is, to connect you like eHarmony to any resource that you need for your business. And we have these things that we talk about all the time, and we save you time, money, energy, and stress by coming to us first to get the help. And I have all the SBA resources connected to me to give to you. And by the way, all the training and help that you would need is free $99. Don't cost you one penny. Why is it free $99? Because you already paid for it. And again, thank you for your service. And so, and anything else that they might charge you for will be at low cost or affordable for you.
That's fantastic. And you started that whole piece with exactly why we started the podcast. They don't tell us about the resources, so trying to, bring light to some of these resources that are out there to help, future transitioning service members. And it's such an amazing organization that covers so many things. Now, do you guys are you in competition with anybody, or is this strictly just, there to help people, and you will point people in whatever direction makes sense?
No competition whatsoever. And actually there's 31 VBOCs. So we cover all the states. We cover Germany, Korea, don't matter, wherever we got service members are. When service members are downrange, they can get our training, because we teach the training online as well as in person at installations. We go to the colleges. We go to the prisons or detention centers, men and women. We teach at the universities, the colleges, National Guard reserve bases, or installations, wherever you need us, we'll be there to teach. I've actually taught at a couple churches before. And so no competition whatsoever. We're like, for me, if you go through my training like you did and you don't need me or any of our resources, and you could do it on your own, which I know you've done a lot on your own. And like I said, I know you took the Mississippi State Revenue Readiness course, but a lot of things you've done on your own because that's you, right? But some people, they don't know, right? And one of the things I always told you probably remember in the class, I told you, when you don't know something, you either do nothing or too much. And so I'm just a person here, like I said, save you time, money, energy, and stress. If you come to me, I got you. If you don't come to me, my feelings are not hurt. If you go to someone else to get help, my thing is, as long as you get help. So no competition whatsoever.
Yeah, that's a great point too. You can sit there and spin your wheels and spin your wheels and spin your wheels. And I caught myself doing that several times, going, wait a minute, why am I doing this? I know there's resources available. I talk about resources all the time. So everybody can get caught up in that. And I don't know if it's pride or what it is, but it's definitely one of those things where, the resources are there, that the people want to help you. It's not like you're inconveniencing them asking for help. Places like the VBOC are there to help you. And it's just fantastic. So what would be, someone coming out of the service right now, wanting to be an entrepreneur, what kind of pathway would you recommend for them to take, outside of starting with Boots to Business, where should they go from there?
Okay. So first, start Boost to Business. Second, the Revenue Readiness course. And then just reach out to the VBOC and ask questions. So if you came to me, any because you'll get a lot of things, and I know you know this yourself. People always come to you and say, hey, if you pay me $200 or $1,000, I can help you get government contracts, or I can help you do this, right? You don't have to pay for that stuff. You can do it all for free yourself. Remember the free 99. So we have resources that can help you. So if you want to get into government tracting, then I'll tell you to go see your local Apex Accelerator. Not only that, your local Chamber of Commerce is there to help you. So there's a lot of things that you could do, but the first thing to do is just always come back to your VBOC, because those individual things you need will send you to the right place. If you don't need something to have to pay for someone, we'll tell you. Now, there are some things you got to pay for that we can't get around. And so if you want a patent or stuff like that, you got to pay for those things. And that's why you want to save your money. If you want to have good legal representation, you got to pay for those things. And so that's why you take advantage of the free 99 stuff. So I guess to answer your question is always go back to your VBOC. You're not hurting. You're not inconveniencing me by asking me.
That's outstanding. So is there a central location people can go online to figure out who and where the VBOC is in their local area?
Yes, just go to the SBA.gov website, and there's a whole bunch of things. After you get on the website, you can just put in the search bar, searching for this, searching for that. You can go to the VBOC website, or it's on the SBA website, and type in locations, and it'll tell you where your VBOC is. If you're in the state of Georgia, all you got to go to is GAVVECTR.org, which stands for Georgia Vector Center.org, VBOC, and it'll bring you right to me, and I'll help you. And even if you're in another state, if you come to me, I'll direct you to the person you got to go to.
And outstanding. So as we get ready to close, is there any other recommendations you want to provide to our next generation of entrepreneurs?
First, I'll just do something you're passionate about, something you like. And I know other people will tell you, oh, that's not really necessary. But I'm going to tell you, if you enjoy what you do, it's not a job. It's not a business. It's something you like doing, and it makes money for you. Like if you look at athletes, if they play football, basketball, whatever, they like doing that. And they do that for free every day anyway. But now they doing it and somebody's paying them. And look at yourself. You're up here early this morning, probably been up since 5 o'clock this morning, getting ready to do this podcast with me. Not because you have to, because I know, Sean, you enjoy doing this. And I watch many of your podcasts. And one thing I want to tell you is I like the way you treat your guests. Just so you'll know that. They might not say it to you, but I'm going to tell you because I watch them. And I look at little things like that. And just like you said, when you took my class, you saw the passion in me of teaching you and others. Well, I watch you do your thing, and I see the passion in you. And not just you. I think Dave is your partner, your co. I might say his name wrong.
Keith. Keith.
I'm sorry. I said Dave. Okay. And then you have the doctor on there too.
Yep, Dr. Hira.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. And sorry if I said Dave. I apologize. Old age. But again, I see y'all passion. I see how y'all treat people. So that's the thing. If you're passionate about something, go do it. And the next thing is, when you get that idea to go into entrepreneurship, sometimes you don't know what you want to do right away. But when it hits you and you know you want to do it, go do it. Because think of all the things that we utilize and we're doing right now today. Those headphones you got on, somebody created those. Yep. Somebody created those. And look what they're doing for you. And so that could be you, because you use them all the time. You could come up with the next generation of headsets, a different way to do it or utilize them. So thank you again. I don't want to take up all your time. I know you got many, many other things to do. And I'm looking forward to listening to other people's podcasts as I do. So again, man, thanks again for having me.
Oh, man, thank you so much. Thank you for the kind words, but also thanks for joining me today, Reggie, here on the podcast. We absolutely loved it, and love seeing you continue to give back to the community. And on behalf of the entire VET S.O.S family, we want to thank everyone for joining in today. And you can find VET S.O.S podcast on all your favorite podcast platforms, YouTube, and all your social media platforms. Remember, make sure that you're following and subscribing. That way you don't miss anything we put out. And as always, remember, don't drown the sea of transition. Grab the VET S.O.S lifeline.